The outlook for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights this season. Year 3 under head coach Coquese Washington. Expectations are high, adding a top 30 recruit, Kiyomi McMiller, who is going to be joining us here on the desk. Lots of excitement out there in Piscataway as we welcome you back into our Big Ten Network coverage of Big Ten Women's Basketball Media Day. Kylan Mills here alongside the Scarlet Knights. We've got head coach Coquese Washington, senior guard forward. I don't know. What are you labeling yourself these days, Destiny
Both
Adams? You do a little bit of everything for this team. And then we have the freshman sensation, guard Kiyomi McMiller. It is great to have you. How's it going?
It's going good. It's good to be
Is it a lot to take in as a freshman?
No, not really, no.
No?
Yeah,
No? Okay, all right. I like that. Already bringing a little bit of the juice. Okay. All right, well, Coach, year 3 leading the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. You know what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, folks. It's going to take some time, especially building a program in the most competitive conference in the country. What are your expectations for this season?
Expectations are simple. We just want to get better throughout the season. We've got 4 new players. We've got a lot of returners who are getting better, and so we just want to continue to grow, get better, and connect as a team so that what we're doing shows out on the court.
Destiny, from a player's perspective, how has the team grown the most from a year ago to where you're at now?
I think our connection. I think that we've worked really hard to build our chemistry and really work on having a great team bond, and I think that's the biggest difference between last year and this year.
Kiyomi, what has stuck out to you as you walked into the gym for the first time? You're getting acclimated to the collegiate game and your teammates. What's it been like?
Honestly, it's been the same. Basketball is basketball.
Basketball is basketball. All right.
That's what it is.
Girl, you got ice in your veins. I don't know what you're talking about. Usually there's some kind of transition phase, but not you. Not you. That's what you love about her, right, Coach?
Yeah. You know, the thing that's been consistent with Kiyomi in high school and being on the college stage is her competitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
She's an extremely competitive person, and from day one when she got in the gym, she raised the temperature of the competitiveness in our gym, and it's rubbed off on everybody, and that's been a wonderful blessing to have.
What parts of the foundation for what you want this program to be do you feel like fell into place maybe a little bit last year?
Well, I think starting to play the tempo that we wanted to play.
Talked about tempo,
you know, over the course of the season, we got better at that, and that's something we've built on already this summer, and the short time we've been practicing this fall. So I think that's one thing that's starting to come together for us, is playing the pace that we want to play at.
I know you touched on a lot of the newcomers joining the mix, but you also returned 5 players who started 18 or more games among your leading scorers. Why are so many back, and how now do you raise the bar since you do have such a good core returning? I mean, it's the era of the transfer portal, right? I mean, to get that kind of return speaks to you and the program.
I think Destiny touched on it, and it's chemistry. It's caring for each other. It's building strong bonds and buying into, we're going to grow this thing together. And that's one of the things that we talked about and that they talk about in the locker room all the time, is that we want to grow this thing together. And so we're going to stick it out. We're going to work on getting better. We're going to fight through when it's hard. And so with the returning players, I think that's an element of continuing to move the needle and doing it together.
Destiny, when you were being recruited by Coach, what about her vision made you believe in what she's trying to build at Rutgers?
I just knew that she wanted to rebuild the program, rebuild Rutgers to what it's known to be, and I just wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of something special, and it was one of the best decisions I've made.
Kiyomi, same question for you. You had your pick of schools. You chose Rutgers. Why?
I chose Rutgers because I know this is a place where I can accomplish all the goals that I want to accomplish, and I want to play the best, so I thought this was the place to go so I could do that.
Coach, I want to touch on some of the other younger players who aren't here but made big impacts on your team last season as underclassmen. You look at Antonio Bates, Lisa Thompson, Maya Petticord. They all played key roles, but now they have more experience. It was something you talked about last year, like, we're trying to run this crazy pace. We're going up against Iowa, and we've got young players in our backcourt. How can you now use that experience coming into this upcoming campaign?
Their experience, the experience that they got last year playing in big games, both at home and on the road, is crucial. And they've come back with a lot more confidence. They've come back with a lot more skill, and they're ready for the challenge that the new Big Ten look is going to present us. You know, going out to the West Coast, bringing West Coast teams into our building, they're ready for it. And that experience that they got last year playing is going to be very helpful.
Destiny, as those players start to make jumps, you welcome in new pieces to the team, a youngster like Kiyomi. What is your message to some of the newcomers to make sure they're on board with what you guys are trying to do?
My message would just be to have fun. I really think having fun is the biggest part of playing basketball, and the newcomers have already been doing an amazing job, and I'm really excited to see how we all fit and how we all play together this season.
What's something you guys do every single practice, Coach? You can't miss a day. Is it a drill
You
or
know
something
what?
fun you do? Uh-oh, you're smiling.
The most pressure is the handshake to start practice.
Oh, okay. The handshake to start. So what does that look like? Can I get a demonstration here from anyone? Like what is that about?
Everybody gets a turn, and
Okay.
so it depends on how creative they want to get.
Yeah,
so
it's different every day.
It's different
Oh,
every
so wait,
day.
it's a different handshake
It's a
every
different
day?
handshake
So how
every
do you
day.
know what you're going to do?
You have to be on your toes. You
Oh
got to
my
come
gosh.
with it.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's where you learn the improv skills. Destiny, what do you enjoy most about playing with your teammates as you talk about the family aspect of this team?
I think the love that I share with my teammates and they share with me, I think that's the best part of playing with them. They're great, they're amazing people, they're all so talented, and they really just show a lot of love and care. And we all just love on one another, and we just celebrate each other's successes, and I think that's my favorite part.
Kiyomi, what has it been like for you developing relationships with some of the upperclassmen and feeling that love as a newcomer?
I know playing with Destiny, I played against her in high school.
Okay.
But playing with her this year is finally like I have someone that works hard with me, that's going to work hard and get rebounds and have someone to back me up on the court. So that's one part I'm going to look forward to while we're playing this year.
Coach, a video I saw on your Instagram of something that went down at practice was knockout between the coaches and players. Is that something that happens on the regular? and what's the update as far as who won?
Okay, so listen, I wasn't.
Okay, so listen, we're getting a story here.
I wasn't on the coaches team that day. So,
right.
but
So you're not responsible for anything that took
and
place.
Destiny doesn't count accurately all the time when we go coaches versus players. I'm just going to put that out there. Like sometimes her counting has to go to an accounting firm, to make sure that the numbers were accurate.
Not a math major, I guess. So Destiny, what's the real story about knockout?
The real story is what it is. I know how to count.
So does that mean the players won?
They won.
We won.
They won.
Okay, all right.
They won.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. Chalk one up for the players. Kiyomi, what is it that you want to bring to the floor this season that is different from anyone else we're going to watch in the Big Ten?
Definitely my creativity. I know that no one plays like me, so that's what I want to bring and just bring a show for everyone that's coming to watch us this year.
So you're pretty competitive. Were you, taking no prisoners when it came to knockout against the coaches?
Yeah, but they were cheating, so.
Okay, all right. So now there's been cheating thrown at that. I didn't say it. Those are your words. Coach, finally, just want to ask you the expanded Big Ten, 4 new teams joining the conference. You kind of touched on the expectations. What are you excited the most about in the upcoming season?
I'm most excited about the talent in the Big Ten. There are great players from coast to coast. And the games that we're going to have in the Big Ten Conference this year are going to showcase just some tremendous basketball ability and tremendous coaching acumen. I think the coaches in our conference are phenomenal. The players are phenomenal. So some of the most fun basketball that we're going to see is going to happen in the Big Ten Conference.
Destiny, what are you looking forward to most?
I'm just looking forward to new competition. I think it's going to be really exciting having new players, new teams, and just making the Big Ten better overall.
One thing I did want to ask you guys about before I let you go is Jersey Mike's Arena. I know last year you welcomed Iowa and you talked to me about how that environment was something that you can use to inspire your players. Hey, we want to build this.
Yeah.
This is the crowd that we want to make happen for us. Going into this season, how do you use that as motivation and maybe a tool to say, hey, we can create this too?
Well, I think our fans have already bought into it because when we look at season ticket sales,
They're flying up.
They're going off the charts. So the fan base has really bought into Big Ten women's basketball and bought into Kiyomi and Destiny and the rest of the team. So there's a lot of excitement in Piscataway about women's basketball, and we're ready for it to get started.
Destiny, as a player who's on the floor, what's it been like to experience this boom in women's basketball across the country?
I think it's been great. I feel like women's basketball has always deserved this recognition, and it's really nice that it finally is happening, and I just can't wait to see it keep skyrocketing.
Kiyomi, what about you? What's it been like to see the explosion in the women's game and the attention it's getting right now?
It's definitely really good. It puts more attention on us, and I think it's good. It helps the game grow, and it's what we need in the women's game.
Coach, expectations for the season for your group?
Just continue to grow, continue to get better. You know, we want to be playing our best basketball in March. It's something that we talk to our team about all the time. So, you know, we go October, November, December, January, February to get ready for March. And that's what we're going to focus on. It's just getting better day by day, game by game, week by week.
Focus on getting better day by day and then beating your players in knockout so you have the bragging rights.
And
no
making
cheating.
sure they go to their math class and learn the staples and the foundation of arithmetic.
There you go. So that's what's really happening at Rutgers. The academia just as important because these players need to be keeping track of knockout accordingly. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you joining us, Kiyomi, Destiny, Coach. We're looking forward to seeing you out there this season.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.